Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Kansas Motor Speedway. As we are in week 8 of the VSRL Truck Series. Currently, you're watching the warm-up that is ending. It has nothing to do with the actual race itself. Oh, you see Ross. He's sent it and Bennett. Get ready for here. So you'll see it's gonna reload me. Put me down here, and here is where everybody will line up and get ready to roll as engines are fired, just waiting for this clock to wind down for them to be able to roll. So let's actually look and see how these guys did. Putting it on pole was the 51 of Morgan Cook, and to the outside was Ross Phillips' teammate in the 1, Larry Dickerson in the 25. He'll be starting third. In fourth, last week's winner, Garrett Helmlinger in the 77. In fifth, the 7 of Sean Langton. And starting sixth in the 199 is Mark Math. Joe Turkle in the 15, starting on the inside of row 4. Brian Hennings in the 74, starting to his outside. In ninth, that's going to be the 5 of Jamie Griffin. And to his outside will be the 58 of Thad Miller. P11 today. Charlie Birch. In 12th, the 44, Luigi Diaz Gonzalez. 13th, that's Travis Scrumeda Canada. I don't really know, to be honest with you. 14th, that's Kyle Ritchie. 15th, that's me. I'm not racing, so that's wrong. 16th, the 48, that's Justin Cadenhead. 17th, Randy Schweitzer. Schweitzer. I like that name. It's the 78, starting 17th. 18th, in the 65 machine, Austin Livingston. And 19th, in the 16, David Enkenbauer from OH. There you go. Kansas Motor Speedway. Pace car is off. We're just waiting for those magic words. Green flag is out, and we are underway from the yellow brick road. Already we're wrecking back there. Do the 65s in it. That is unfortunate. For the 65s, this looks like someone spun the tires and away they went. There you go, Morgan Cook. He got away clean. As well as his teammate in the 1. Shows Larry Dickerson beat Ross Phillips to the line, but Larry Dickerson has fallen back to third where he started. The 1 is starting to look and try to make a peek on the 51. Sean Langton, who was out last week, I see him already making some moves back here. See, he's going to slide up in front of the 77. 77, he's rocking a sky diving place. He skydived. I said that really weird. But he skydived, I believe, one day last week. And now he's addicted. He's asked me to go a couple times already, and I'm like, I gotta think about it. But he's rocking that scheme. You see, Sean's gonna try to search the bottom of the racetrack. Now at Kansas, you can do several different things. You can race at the very top and full throttle it around and run that line, kind of like you saw Noah Gragson do in the Xfinity Series at Homestead. You can kind of do the same thing. But already, I see Ross Phillips up front. There you go. He's going to start taking a look. Maybe push the 51 to the next corner. He'll just kind of ride behind him. And I'm not realizing, I keep saying motor. It's just Kansas Speedway, which is kind of weird, to, be honest with you. But, it is what it is. We're just chilling. We're just having fun now. Let's go to these. Click on exciting. Sean Langton actually passed the 74 and the 15. 15 being Joe Turkel. So he's going to try to pounce now on the 25, Larry Dickerson. You see how close he is. He's trying to hang in there a little bit. See, the 15's already got some damage to his rear. To his back bumper. See, that spoiler's kind of got a U in it. It's supposed to be flush. Ooh, looks like the sun comes down and kind of gets him to wash up a little bit. 15, Joe Turkel may have clipped the apron just a hair. See, Garrett Helmlinger, he's up really high. He's running near that third seam. He's going to get passed by the 199 here, so he'll lose another position. I actually believe that is Thad Miller that's actually going to pass him here. That is Thad. Thad Miller in the 58 changed his look this week. I saw back here. Looks like Luigi. Trying to make his presence known to Jamie. And the 48, that's Justin Cadenhead. He's actually getting involved in this, rocking the Dallas Cowboys Toyota Tundra. He's semi-peeking to the outside. Not a lot going here. Go back up front. These guys are really getting close. Still racing. Pretty aggressive. 51 Morgan Cook. He's still setting his sails and chilling out front. Not a lot of pressure in front of him. Caution has been displayed. Let's go back here and see. See Joe Turkel. Does he try to do the old slide job? He does, and he was definitely not clear. And that also collected. Looks like it took Larry out as well. So they'll be using their fast repair. Yep. Kind of looked like the 15 kind of throttled up a little bit too. See quite a few people are looking to come down pit road. Sean Langton. So you see the leaders here. 51, the 1, the 58, 77, 48, the 199, and the 65 are going to stay out. That's going to bring everybody else down pit road. Sean's away. He'll be the first one off. I saw Larry. He's rolling along with the 5. 44. You got LJ here. They're LD. So 65 gets a lap back. After he had the early contact. But 13 laps completed of 120. You'll see them pacing. But you are currently watching Kansas Speedway, the Yellow Brick Road 180, live on Vector's Vision. Stay tuned for more action. Pace truck was in. Morgan Cook hits the throttle, and we're back racing from Kansas. 16 of 120 scheduled laps. Ross Phillips. You see Thad Miller's made his way up there into third. Got a little bit of a gap here between him, the 1, and the 51. Morgan's going down to the bottom. He's been pretty racy around the middle. So far, that clean air has been superior. See the other teammate, 77. That's Garrett Helmlinger. Teammates with the front 2. He's hanging in there. Spoke to him before the race to get a little perspective of what he's thinking. He wants to hang out and throttle up around the top. he feels it'll give him the best opportunity or give him the best of a opportunity to pass at the end of the race, having the freshest tires running the top where there's not as much wheel. But already you see Ross Phillips has a better idea and wants to lead, and he'll make the pass on Morgan Cook and take control of this race. So on lap 18, we have our first lead change of the night. Ross Phillips in front, rocking the Halloween scheme. Which brings up a point. We will not be racing next Monday. Like I said before, all you weirdos out there that, want to celebrate Halloween, you can do so next Monday and not fear missing any racing action, as we will take a bye week before we continue the season. Like I said, be November 6th, I believe. I gotta look now. Now I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess up. So let me see here. I don't. Well, I am struggling. The 7th, we will be doing dirt track racing, actually. See, Garrett Helmlinger, that's when he's saving his tires. You can see he's starting to work them now. He's been running that top line. And there he is. He is now P2. He's made some moves. Started 4th, just gained 2 positions. Morgan Cook. Big yawn by me. But Morgan Cook, he's kind of fallen off a little bit here, and he's now sitting in 3rd. We saw him leading the first 17 laps of this race. Oh, the 77's in the wall. That's the risk of running the high line. That is the risk of running the high line, is putting your truck into the outside wall and rubbing a stripe down it. Let's go back up front and now look at that lead. Ross Phillips pulling away. He runs at 31.54, which puts him second fastest on track. And the 77, he went from 2nd to 8th. See another pack back here. Getting it on. That's 65 Austin Livingston. Outside of him is a 48 Justin Cadehead and Jamie Griffin. They're dueling it out back here for what looks to be 13th, 14th. The 65 is actually just trying to pass these dudes to get back toward the front. Yeah, 65 kind of cuts him off a little bit. Nothing to worry about. Got Sean Langton, who's got Thad Miller to his inside as well. What with that? Sean makes a dive bomb to the apron there to run the inside. He dives it in the corner. He has to let off, so he doesn't take out the 199. And this will give an opportunity to Thad here to probably try to make a pouncing move. He jumps to his outside. But here comes the 71 of Travis. No. So you see these two now dueling it out. Oh, 199's in the wall. So he's still running. You got the 44, 65. Kind of think maybe the 65 pounced a little bit there with the rear spoiler the way it is on the 44, but the 65 Justin Cadehead not able to make that connecting move in order to pass him here. That's the 65 of Austin Livingston anyway. That's not even Justin Cadehead. There's 199. He's still rolling. Excuse me. Here's the 15. He's 2 laps down. We saw him get involved earlier, and that's actually going to bring another 199 down pit road. So he's going to fix his truck up and put on 4 fresh Goodyears. I think. Unless he quits. I hope he doesn't. But Sean Langton going back up here. He's still able to hold on to that 3rd position. Larry Dickerson sitting in 2nd. He's about 2.8 seconds back of Ross Phillips, who took the lead on lap 18 and just kind of never looked back so far. Hasn't had any pressure yet either. You see Morgan, he's kind of falling back. He's coming to pit road. You see he's been in the wall. Let's see, the 77 also joins him on pit road. Oh, hell, I didn't even notice. Ross also came to pit road. .48 comes to pit road. So all of this cycling is going to give Larry Dickerson the lead. Here's Larry. He's still rolling. Sean Langton now sitting second. And a good move here by Thad to follow the Orange Speed Racing crew. He comes in about a lap later than they did. So he'll get 4 fresh Goodyears as well. Top off with fuel. Fuel's not a problem tonight. It'll be the tires and grip, their biggest concern. I just saw this on the camera, so I wanted to show y'all. Ooh. That's one way to get on pit road. See Thad and Morgan Cook dueling it out here. That's going to be for the 10th position since the cycle. But as they duel it out, weird pan of a camera there, but it's alright. Larry Dickerson continues to lead. But Ross Phillips is running a second faster. Not about half a second faster right now. Nope, it's almost a second. So already we're having the different strategies. Just like I said before, that there's a chance that we could have a strategy race. And so far it is working. Dueling it out still. Sean Langton's really pulling in on him. Running that higher line. His drive off is better. He peeks to the inside. Here's something I wanted to show y'all. Blimp. So there's the leaders. Start finish line now. There's Ross. Now granted he's a lap, he's trapped a lap down, but he's about to catch these guys and unlap himself. Running a second to half a second faster per lap. Any other duels? Yeah, look at this duel. Let's click it. Jamie. Behind. Well, I guess Jamie technically is in front of these guys. Jamie's sitting in that 5th position, the 58 of Thad Miller and Morgan Cook, trying to get back up front. since they've pitted. They're sitting 9th and 10th, but the strategy they're on after the other guys pit, the other guys being the top 7, once they pit, they should hop them all and get back front. And as I said, that the first one to come down pit road in the second group is the 44 of Luigi Diaz Gonzalez. It was a 77. You saw him make contact with the wall earlier. It looks like he took some. Repairs there. Not a fast repair. 78 slowing down. You can definitely tell he's about to come to pit road. Everybody on pit road now. 25. And the 7. They both come down pit road. So let's watch this little duel, baby. Who gets off first? I see identical pit stops right now. Getting cranked up and dropped about the same pace. Larry's away. Sean right behind him. Sean keep the throttle. And at the line to retake the lead, that should be his, Ross Phillips. There's Ross Phillips, Larry Dickerson, Sean Langton, the 51 of Morgan Cook, Thad Miller, now 5th, 77 and 76, or 76, 77 in that order of 6th, 7th. And Justin Cadenhead cracks the top 10. He's now sitting in 8th position. There you go. Now it's cracked. And I still see the 25. Larry Dickerson and the 7, Sean Langton, having a fun little time up here. Sean dives it way down. He's going to try to do the crossover. He's going to make the pass. Sean Langton will take 2nd away from Larry Dickerson, with the fresh tires 9 seconds behind the leaders, or behind lead leader Ross Phillips. They should have time to catch back up to him. Remember, they're on different strats, so this could put a damper on their plans. So let's see if they can't possibly reel them in. I'm going to leave the action on for the fans. I'm going to take a break. But you are watching Vector's Vision live coverage of the VSRL Truck Series race from Kansas Speedway. And we have officially reached the halfway mark from Kansas. Ross Phillips hits the line. Sean Langton, though, if you were paying attention, I did say Sean Langton will probably be able to reel him in, and he is. There's the 1, and that's the 7 behind him. 59 laps to go. The 1 is going to be able to pit again. Maybe 2 more times. He's 28 laps on this set of tires. Sean Langton's going to be able to come in here. Oh, yeah, he's going to reel him in this time. He's going to pass him easy. He'll go underneath the line. Ross leads that time by. But Sean Langton, just like that, is going to cross him over. No, but he's going to dive it down in the bottom. Ross Phillips sitting high. Not going to be much of a fight here. Sean Langton and the 7 Monster Energy Ford takes the lead in Kansas. And already you see Ross Phillips is now starting to get... Ooh! Pushes up a little bit. There he has to come out of the gas. Larry now sticks his nose underneath. Dives it to the bottom. Maybe he'll try a crossover here. He'll do it easy. Larry Dickerson. To P2. Which makes Ross Phillips now 3rd. He will pit again for fresh tires. And I'm starting to not like their strategy. I don't think it's going to work. Ross Phillips and Thad Miller and that gang. Oh! He's coming to pit road now. So with 58 laps to go, he'll pit one more time. Twelve, 13 lap difference. 55, 13. I'm doing math, so my bad. Hang on. I'm straining my brain. Ross Phillips was slow to get away. He may have had a penalty. He may have just put a damper in his plans of winning this race. I think he had a speeding penalty because I saw the 48 and the 77 get away really, really well. This is where it gets weird. Alright, let's click on leader. See what he's doing. That is not the leader. That is the leader. Sean Langton leading the race. Larry Dickerson. Ooh, you see Sean, he gets in the wall. Larry Dickerson might be able to close up a little bit here. I don't think Larry is going to capitalize on that slight mistake. So Sean Langton gets lucky there that his slight mistake wasn't more costly than it was. Just a little bit of track position. I don't think, actually, I'm pretty sure Ross Phillips did not have a problem. I think he came in at a different time than those other guys did. I think they were already on pit road and he came later, which is why I thought he had a slow stop. But no, he did a good stop. So Ross Phillips is still sitting in a great position. He is 8th, a lap down, but he has the freshest tires and he should be able to reel these suckers in. Because they'll have to pit, most likely, in about 8 laps. 8 laps. So 8 laps from now, that's 42. They will have to stop again as well. And remember, they reeled in Ross Phillips in about 8, 9, 10 laps. So this could come down to the line and just how aggressive Ross might get on a block, or if the timing is right by Sean Langton and Larry Dickerson to be able to have a perfect pit stop in order to chase him down to the line. Because I'm not sure these guys can make it to the very end. I think they're going to go 6 more laps. Because I'm seeing Austin Livingston, that's a 65. He's currently 34 laps into his run, and he's coming to pit road now. And I think that was him running it till his right front was about to fall off. So we gotta love the strategy racing. Oh, I see the 58. He's kind of trying to run down the 77 here. Does he dive it down at the bottom? He don't. With a 199. He's starting to get a little pressure from behind. That's Ross Phillips. So Ross Phillips trying to put him. Ross Phillips up 2 positions. He's back to 6th. .65 blends back in on track. Maybe. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Sean Langton's on pit road now. He fell. I think he fell for the bait. I think he fell for the bait. We'll see. We'll see if this cost him. Ross Phillips was making up some good time. But he pits a little bit shorter here. Last time he ran 30 or so laps. So Ross Phillips passes him now. So Ross Phillips, 11 laps. Older tires than Sean. So he's going to have to reel him in. Sean comes out in a place that he probably don't want to be. So Ross Phillips will be 4th. After Sean pitted, Sean now will be 6th. Try to reel in the 25. So now let's go up there and watch the 25 and see what he was going to do. It looks like he's going to stay out longer and stay true to the strategy he had. Gotta love a good strategy race with 42 laps to go. See Garrett Hellmeyer trying to get at least one of his laps back. But he's really got to dig here. Go to Ross Phillips. Let's go to Blimp. There's the 25. He's going to come to pit road now. So Ross Phillips almost passed him. Ross Phillips still has Jamie D. Griffin, 33 laps to run on his set. In the 76 of Kyle Ritchie. He's run 33 laps as well. 74 comes to pit road. And the 76. So Ross Phillips should now jump up to third. Oh, and Jamie Griffin comes to pit road as well. Looks like the 15 as well. So there we go. Ross Phillips. This should put him all the way to the top. Ross Phillips. Sliding it around this track. Dives it down into 3. Rolls it through the middle 4. Out of 4. Down the bottom apron. And with 39 laps to go, Larry Dickerson. I butchered that whole saying I was going to say. Ross Phillips takes the lead. Sean Langton, just now under 4 seconds, was over 4 seconds. Working his way up there. Larry Dickerson is 5 laps. Fresher tires to Sean, and he's about 15 seconds back. So we'll see Sean still reeling him in. So we got any good racing out here? Let's see, we go to 48 and 65. They are on different laps. Cadenhead trapped a lap down. In the Cowboys Toyota. Now the blue doesn't really match. Number. Click on that blimp. There's the 1. And there's the 7. Not that far behind. Now under 2 seconds. You see him up there by the scoreboard clicker. There's Thad between them. See if Thad gets in the way. Whether it helps Ross or not. Because Thad Miller's not wanting to go. Or Thad's not wanting to be in the way of anything like this, but I bet he wants to race somebody. I think Sean's going to ride up behind him. Really good move. You see them. They're closing. They're dealing. 34 laps to go from Kansas. And it's getting interesting. He's catching them too fast. Sean Langton's about to take the lead here. It's no ifs or buts about that one. You know, I was really doubting Sean's move. But it's going to work as he's about to drive. right by him. Cuts off the nose. Dives to the bottom. And with 33 laps to go, Sean Langton makes it look easy. He takes the lead from Ross Phillips. 32 laps to go now. How clean can Sean run? Garrett Helmlinger probably getting told to get out of the way. Let Ross roll. I think Ross's tires are a little bit cooked here. They're all going to have to pit one more time. That's what it's all going to come down to. But with what I just saw, if I had to put my money on anybody, I think Sean Langton will get it done today in Kansas. But there's a lot that can go wrong in several laps like that. See if there's any more action on track for y'all, as we've seen how this one has happened. See the 15 and the 5, Jamie Griffin and Turkle having fun and dueling it out. So I completely missed it. I was looking at something else. Ross Phillips pitted. So he's going to be on this set of tires to the end of the race. 27 laps to go. He's on his second lap now. And Sean Langton's now on 20 lap old tires. If Sean is thinking about this giant game of chicken that he is currently playing with them, you need to come to pit road pretty soon if you're Sean Langton. Because I think Ross Phillips may have just outsmarted him by short pitting. So Sean Langton really needs to think long and hard about coming to pit road. Because Ross Phillips is putting down the fastest laps on track right now. Yeah, I'm just staring at lap times right now. Sean's running he's running 32 ones. Ross is still running 31, 8, 9, 32 even. So that's several seconds. Last time around, Sean just ran a 32.5. His tires are falling off. Ross ran a 31.9. Back-to-back 31.9s. Ross is catching up. So that'll unlap him. So he'll unlap himself. And you need more than a lap. We shall see, though. So at the pace we're going, we got about 11 minutes till this race will end, according to the iRacing calculations. Sean found some speed that last lap. That'll put him at 32.1. Still not faster than Ross. See the 78, 74. They're right behind Sean, who was a rockin' and a rollin'. That'll give us a little onboard of the guy absolutely rolling tonight. G48. Just a kid hit 5. Jamie Griffin hanging out back here in the 11th position. I mean, Jamie's 6th, actually, but Caden heads back here in 11th position. Yeah, these guys put on a show for us tonight. Putting their heart into it. And your home is where your heart is, and there's no place like home. Which I may have just referenced. Wizard of Oz. Since we're in Kansas, you know, it only makes sense. Hey, but guess what? There's no tornado to this race. There's definitely no tornado in this race. You know, it's like yet again in another week. Yet another week of what you think is going to happen as far as who dominates early halves of a race. Completely 180'd. So what actually happens? You see Sean, he's going to come to pit road. Unless he makes a mistake here. Which he is speeding. I think he's good. I think he woed her up enough to not have a speeding penalty. So that's going to give Kyle Ritchie the lead for the meantime. No penalty. He's off and running. I'm waiting for the one. The one is just now at the line. He is not going to catch up. This race will definitely end the way they came out. Sean Langton with 12 laps to go makes his final stop of the race. He had plenty of time to do it. Ross Phillips will finish second most likely in this race, and Larry Dixon third. But we have time. Maybe a caution comes out. Fingers crossed for a caution. Only caution came early in the race. 10 laps to go. One caution, 4 laps. '76 comes to pit road. So this is interesting. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah, it's not. Not even close. Never mind. TB2. Let's hit the 7. Sean Langton. Looks like we're going to have 5 cars finish on the lead lap today. Sean comes to the line. 6 laps to go. Pretty decent night for the young fella. And the fact that he can get in these trucks, no matter what it is, road course, oval, even dirt, he made it interesting. And the 7's in the wall. All right, Sean. Let's not choke now. Okay, you got 5 laps to go. Don't let me be a jinx. Do not let me be a jinx. Ross Phillips has knocked it down. About 3.5 seconds. Fluctuates. He is still gaining ground on him. With 4 laps to go, I don't think it's going to happen. Coming to the line. 3 laps to go from Kansas. Anyway, he kind of freaked me out when he hit the wall a little bit. But, no matter what he gets in, dude's got some serious talent. And he can wheel and deal when it comes to the truck series. He's had a really good season. He's up there in points for a reason. Pretty good guy to talk to. I haven't had no problems with him yet. In fact, I don't have problems with anybody in the Vectors Sim Racing League. And Sean Langton, he's going to be coming around out of 4 to the line, to the white flag. In the yellow brick road, 180. Sean Langton is trying to put an exclamation. I just stuttered. He's trying to put an exclamation point on week 8 as we go into the bye week for Halloween. But Sean Langton easily is going to win from Kansas. Ross Phillips will finish 2nd. And Larry Dickerson in the 25. He'll finish 3rd. And that's going to cap off your top 3. Your top 5. The 76th, Kyle Ritchie, followed by the 77th of Garrett Helmlinger. Thad Miller, great finish. Finishes 6th today. Let's pull him up here. Let's pull up Sean Langton, middle of the burnout. Sean, keep doing your burnout. I'm going to pull you up here while you're doing it. You got any tires left? Well, man, there for a little bit. The first half of the race, yet again, for whatever reason, you're a man of two halves. Whether it's a good first half or a bad first half, and then you flip it around the second part. I didn't think you were gonna have enough there for Ross, but somehow the strategy worked out really well, and you were able to dominate the second half of this race.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was that was a fun one. Strategy comes into play. I pitted under that first yellow to top off so I could stay out as long as I could, and I just figured that way I could have better tires than Ross after he comes in early. One of those, I forget which stop it was. I came in about 5 laps before my fuel window closed, just because I didn't want to lose too much time, and then I wanted to stay out as long as I could, just to take the least amount of fuel as possible, because I just didn't have any tires left on my last stop. So I just wanted to come in, get my fuel, and get out, and then just get back to the top, and hopefully my tires would cool off enough in the pits, and they did.
Yeah, man, and another thing, there's multiple lines you can run at Kansas. Did you see a line that you liked more, or were you constantly searching around this mile and a half?
On new tires, I just stuck it wide open to the bottom, and then after they started getting a little hot, I would run um, really high in one and two, get a good run off, and then I just kind of run the medium middle line in three and four.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations. Great night. Do you have anybody you want to thank? Shout outs, anything like that?
Just, thanks these guys for coming out. Thanks Garrett for putting it on. I appreciate you broadcasting. Hi to my parents. I appreciate you guys watching. And on to happy Halloween. We're off next week, and then see you on the next one.
Yeah, from a dirt. Yeah, another dirt track. So that should be fun, right?
Love it.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Enjoy the rest of your night. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
Pull up that dirty bird for number two, Ross Phillips.
Hi.
You finished second, man.
Oh, rub it in.
I know. I just had to rub it in. Don't go back and listen to what I said the first part.
Oh,
But
I'm not.
no, man. I really thought your strategy was gonna work really well there, and it just looks like you kind of, I don't know, fell out from underneath you for the second half of that race.
Yeah, pit crew had told me, we're not going to say who in the pit crew, but pit crew had told me, beginning of the week when we were practicing, that with the way tires worked on this whole deal, that I could use use one set of tires as two right side sets. So I had planned on taking two and then four and then two, because all the practice, I can't tell you how many laps I've turned here testing tire fall off and times and all that. And taking two was just as fast as four for literally maybe 5 laps less than what the fall off from four is. So I was like, yeah, I got it. Once Garrett got into the walls, I just told myself set sail and walk home to the victory. That didn't work out.
Yeah, it looked like it didn't work out. Is there anything that you think you could have done differently other than maybe strategy?
Not taking two left side tires
Yeah.
on that last stop, because I took two left sides thinking, there's no way it's going to be slower than four 30-lap old tires, but it was almost right off the bat. It was almost the exact same time. It was pushing, just hard to drive, and it was slow. And once it fell off, I was a full second slower than not with tires. I should have just not taken tires.
Yeah, well, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Hindsight, right? It's
Right. I feel like Kyle Busch right now. I'm pissed I didn't win.
yeah. Hey, well, I thought you had a really good chance today. You were my pick until the halfway when I changed my pick
Sean,
again.
right?
To Sean.
Right. Sean's family probably talked you into that, right? That's
You
probably
know,
what
they
happened.
actually weren't really active tonight. They were just, go Sean. Of course, great race. Because he won.
Right.
They're probably used to that. At home. And
Right.
winning.
Hey, it
So
was fun up front, though. I mean, when we had all of us, I was actually looking forward. I was upset that caution came out at first, because I knew, like I just told Larry, had this thing gone green from the get-go, there probably would have been 5 of us up front. Maybe on a little bit different tire strategy, but it would have been great, last 20-lap run.
yeah, I think that also it kind of split them up because I think they came down and just topped off on fuel and were like, well, heck, I'll just run this thing dry. They didn't. I don't know if they
Right.
thought anything about the tires. So yeah, I mean that made the strategy fun to watch and interesting to try to calculate. there was times there I'm sitting there in silence. I'm like, I can't do math, but I'm gonna try.
Try doing it when you're driving the truck and trying to do math on the fly. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm good with math, but it makes it really hard when you're, trying to keep this thing out of the wall.
It really does, but
So,
yep. Unfortunately, the caution did not help you, but you had a good run, finishing second, more points.
Yeah.
You love grabbing the points, so you
Oh,
got
yeah.
got anybody you want to thank out there? Shout outs, sponsors yet?
definitely a shout out to Sean, and the guys that were up front most of the race. It was extremely fun and clean. There for several laps. I mean, it was half the race. I mean, it was really fun. And then the strategies, just everybody run each other clean when we were flying by each other. It was fun. Once again, you always got to thank Garrett for putting this thing on. Thanks to the Orange Speed team, for having my crazy ass in this thing.
Yeah, you are crazy. That's for sure.
Yeah, thank you for always doing the televised stuff, whatever you want to call it. So, and thanks
Half-ass
to the painter of the
broadcasting.
truck.
We'll call
What'd you think of
that.
that? What'd you think of that truck, huh? Thanks
I
to the
did.
painter of that.
I loved the one being the
Mhm.
word one. It was genius.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good.
And then I actually used your truck as a gateway into reminding everybody we do not race next week because of the weirdos like
Right.
myself that celebrate Halloween.
Right. I actually had another paint that I was going to use this week until Garrett reminded me that, hey, we are off on Halloween. I was like, oh crap, I got to run this truck tonight.
So it's a good thing he reminded you.
Yeah.
Well, man, congratulations. Another great points tonight. I
Appreciate
hope
it.
you have a great night, and I'll talk to you not next week, but 2 weeks.
Week after. Yep.
Yeah.
We'll see you after the bye week, buddy.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
And finishing third tonight. Might have not been a close race, but it was the 25 of Larry Dickerson who finishes third, grabs more points to try to lock himself into the playoffs. Larry, you got a copy.
Yeah, I got you, Adam.
Well, man, I know everybody so far, it's all about strategy. So, what strategy were you on? Because I've already heard two different ones.
Yeah, mine got all screwed up with that first wreck. Originally, I was planning on just the first cycle, not even taking tires first time I came in, and just ride out as long as I can, and the last two, take my tires. But that lap 11 wreck just screwed the whole strategy all up for me, and that put me behind the 8 ball, and it was pretty much me trying to do catch up the rest of the race.
Yeah, and it also looked like, I mean, you were able to stay with Sean a couple times there early in the race whenever y'all were pitting basically on the same strategy, but then it just seems like he was able to pull away a little bit from you there.
Yeah, I was hanging with him, but he was coming in a few laps later than me because I was intentionally trying to stay behind him every time I got behind him for a lot of laps to save gas and try to maybe, if it went long enough, maybe if I could keep the gap close enough between him and Ross, that maybe I could have short pitted in to jump ahead of him, try to steal it since the wreck screwed me all up. But that just didn't work out. Him coming in earlier than what I did and getting on those fresher tires, he was able to get a more better times and widen that gap than what it was after I came in.
Yeah, man. Well, it happens. I've had a race like that where I totally screwed myself on a strategy. It was way worse than this. I was like trying to go for a top 5, and I think I finished like 20th on like out of 25 people. I mean, when I tell you I screwed up on a strategy, I did it bad.
Well, I had a good feeling about this race because this is absolutely one of my best tracks and one of my tracks I had the most fun at. And I really thought if it wasn't for that wreck, I could have had something for Ross and Sean. But it is what it is. Now I got more points. I think it was next week's Eldora, I think.
Yeah, well, next week we ain't doing nothing.
I mean, well, the race after that I think is Eldora,
Yeah.
ain't it?
Yeah, so
yeah.
we're back on the dirt track.
Well, I can promise you one thing about dirt. You will not be getting no interview with me afterwards because, as you saw at Bristol, I struggle at dirt with these trucks. So that will be just like Bristol. I'll be just trying to survive that race.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I just zoned out. But
No, you good,
it's
brother.
been a crazy day of me being lazy. I'll be honest with you. It's been a crazy day of me doing absolutely nothing.
I wish I could do that, but being
I-
at my job, I had to play in water, mud, and people's poop during the day. So,
yeah, took a day off, so I was down for that F1 race. So I decided to take a day and do nothing.
never been to one of those.
It's expensive.
It's
That,
a lot more expensive than NASCAR.
oh yes,
Oh,
I think a beer's like $12. I think a beer there was like 15.
I think I'll stick to my little shots here at the house then for that $12.
Yeah, not a bad idea doing that, but hey man, congratulations. You finished third. You got any shout outs or anything you want to do like that?
Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out to Dylan. He wanted me to tell all y'all, hey, and looks forward to hopefully soon getting back to racing with us. But he wanted me to give y'all a shout out from him. So shout out to Dylan. I know he's at work right now. He couldn't watch. He'll watch after he gets off. Shout out to my wife. I want to give a shout out to Autism Awareness, my sponsor again, for again, anybody who donate to that organization. It affects a lot of people different ways. So anything you do to help out with that would be awesome. And shout out to one of my buddies, Joe. Josh, I know he couldn't make it tonight. It sucks. I wish he could have ran. I think he would have had a good run too. I want to thank you for the awesome broadcast you do every week, and I have a blast when I get to talk to you. It's being a lot really consistent with my finishes. It's nice getting to talk to you a lot.
Yeah, it's like weekly. It's like a weekly occurrence now. It feels like.
I think that has something to do with Dylan's a better racer. I gotta give Dylan a shout out. He's a better racer than me. I know, and I hated that he missed the race tonight because I know that knocks him out of being able to run in the playoffs with us. And I was really looking forward to racing my teammate for a championship. But yeah, everything you do for the broadcast, you put on a great show every week, brother. And maybe one day you get out here and race with us.
Hell, maybe. Maybe.
But also I want to give a shout out to Garrett for everything he does with the league, man. He runs an awesome league, and again, anybody who's looking for a league with the trucks, with fixed setups, with a fun group of guys, this is the league to join. It's a great group of guys, very competitive. Everybody's really good, so anybody wants to join, come join this league. Have some fun with us.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate the shout out. I know Garrett loves the fact that everybody loves how awesome the league has been running so far.
One thing I like about this league, everybody's super competitive, but they're very respectful of each other, and you don't get that in a lot of other leagues I've seen. I've tried to run.
Yeah, a lot of leagues are like, yeah, we love each other, and then what do? They always fight.
Yeah, they go in there and race, cussing each other out, wrecking each other.
Yeah, so they're like, no, we love each other, like, but you're dirty. It can't be like. You can't really say it's brotherly love. It's like Philadelphia, brotherly love, but they beat the shit out of each other.
Oh yeah, hey, when a win's on the line, you got to do something to win sometimes. So.
I guess so. If it don't happen very often, but hey man, congratulations, and hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and your off week.
Oh yeah, man, happy holidays to you and everybody, and I know everybody in the league who has kids. Hopefully, kids have fun and have an amazing time.
Yeah. Well, man, I'll talk to you hopefully the next race. All right, another top 3. Let's do this thing again.
All right, I'm gonna try my best, but if not, I'm gonna give my best shot at Talladega. It's one of my best tracks.
All right, man. Congratulations.
All right, man.
And just like that, that's gonna wrap it up for week 8. You saw Sean Langton have the better strategy tonight. He outdueled Ross Phillips for the win tonight at Kansas. The Yellow Brick Road 180. Thank you so much for tuning into Vector's Vision. Next week, remember, there is no race next Monday. We will return to action November 7th. So next week is Halloween for all you weirdos like me. Hope you have fun. Don't forget, if you see the rainbow fentanyl, ignore it. Check for razor blades, needles, all that stuff in your candy. But until you hear from my crazy self again, have a great night.